Alright, hi everyone. Welcome to today's video. On a day that's being recorded, it is Saturday, August 24th, 2024. So yeah, it's just now a little bit after midnight, and I'm just now getting off of work. You're probably thinking, wait a minute. Don't you normally get off of work 4 hours prior at 8 o'clock? Well, yes. But I was covering for one of the 5:30 people for today. So that's why I'm here past 8 o'clock. And I just got a friend request from one of the overnight transporters. So, yeah. I ended the night with 43 transports. Some of those are round trips, whether they were echoes or ultrasounds or CAT scans. Or even if they were admits. Well, those aren't really technically quote unquote round trips. But there's an assignment on its own that for admits, you have to bring the bed back to the ED. So, yeah. All I can say is that it was practically damn near non-stop when I got there, up until, and it kind of stopped a little bit by the time I was like going to lunch. And finally got some answers about my vacation, because I'm taking my scheduled vacation is going to be from the 5th of September. Okay, technically it would be from the 3rd of September. No, that's not right. Yes, that's right, because that's no, technically it would be the 4th of September. Sorry, I was getting my days mixed up. So technically starting on the 4th of September, and it's going to go all the way until the 22nd of September. So I only really needed 9 days off, because within that time frame I have to work 9 days. Not the band 9 days, but just 9 days. Don't know who the band 9 Days is? Well, they're well known for the song, "This is the story of a girl who cried a river and drowned the whole world." You know, that song. So yeah. there's that. Oh God. So I got so out of all those days, only 5 of them were originally approved, which is nice. That's the majority of what I needed off, so we're good. The remaining 4 were a bit tricky, because half of them I would have to, because half of the remaining 4, which would be the 14th and 15th respectively, I would be my technical weekend off. Well, it technically would be the weekend that I would work, but I would need to have that weekend off for it to be a full, well worth vacation. Let's see here. Of that weekend, I only have I think it was the Saturday covered, the 14th. Yeah, I have that Saturday covered, but I need that Sunday covered. And then there's 2 other days that I need covered. It is the 6th of September, which is the Friday of the Popcorn Festival, and the Monday the 9th. But of those 2, I got the 9th covered, so we're good there. So I just need Friday the 6th covered and the 15th covered. Those are the 2 that I'm really worried about. I'm not going to be going anywhere for vacation during that time frame, but it's more of like a what do you call it? A staycation. It's where I'm just going to stay home and kind of do nothing but get some personal stuff done, taken care of, which would be nice, because then I could definitely go to a bar or something on that one of those Friday nights and Saturday nights, and then I can enjoy going up to the Popcorn Festival this year. Because last year, I had to work 3 out of the 4 days. Well, I had to work 2 out of the 3 days. This year, I would have worked 1 of the 3. So, yeah, that would be a great way for me to kick off my vacation. Being able to go to the Popcorn Festival all 3 days. I do have to make sure that I have cash. So I'll have to make sure that I have cash for the Popcorn Festival. So if I have to, I'll go down to like an ATM somewhere. And just, you know, do that. Okay. I knew it was smart for me to bring a bag with me to work today. So yeah, I say that today was a success. But yeah, it was busy up until from when I got there until about my lunch, and then about 45 minutes after my lunch, it got busy again. And then it got busy up until maybe like 6:45. Like, it was busy up until maybe like 7. And it's just been stagnant from there, which was real nice. Only had one admission, and damn near everything I had today revolved around imaging, like, you know, x-ray, CAT scan, ultrasound, echo. Like, everything revolved around the radiology department, which is fine because there's different areas for radiology, which, you know, is, you know, not too bad, which is definitely a lot better than what it was on Tuesday. Damn near everything I had up until about 6 o'clock revolved around the east side. Like 2 east and 3 east. I was like, God damn it. So, yeah, that's pretty much how that was. But then the last 2 hours of my shift, like, a couple of traumas got called in, and it was pretty much all CAT scans right then and there. But it was just me and one 5:30 person. I mean, I felt guilty of leaving the 5:30 person, but I'm like, bro, it's 8 o'clock. It's time for me to go home. I'm sorry, man. And yeah, that's that. And yeah, okay. Although with tonight, I was almost half tempted to stay at least until 2 and just, you know, finish out the rest of the shift. But I initially promised that I would stay until at least midnight. So I was like, if I'm going to stay at least until midnight, then I'm going to stay till midnight. Because once it's midnight, I'm out of here. I'm going home for the weekend. Yeah, it's my weekend off. Which, thank God for that. Because I definitely would like to go home. Am I gonna order anything? No, I still got leftover Taco Bell that I got yesterday when I was out driving. Yeah, I drove the RAV for the first time yesterday, and I think it went pretty good. Although it was pretty weird because I never drove a car like that before. I'm used to driving like a, you know, like a standard car, like a Toyota Camry, or, you know, something like that. And just driving that felt really, really weird to me. Which is why if I'm gonna buy a car, either off of somebody or if I'm gonna like finance a car, I'm going to buy a car that's, you know, that's like that. Because I don't want to buy a car like the RAV or like a Jeep or, you know, anything like that. Because it's so weird driving a car like that. An SUV might pass. Maybe, I don't know. But I seriously doubt it, though. Okay. I mean, how many different cars have I drove? Let's see here. I drove my dad's work van a few times. I drove my own car, which was a 2004 Chevy Cavalier. It was a shitty car, but it's the kind of car that I got so accustomed to driving. Because, let's just say that I illegally drove it down the street to Taco Bell a few times back in 2019. I mean, I had my temps. But, you know, I didn't have any licensed drivers with me. It was probably about this time of night, actually. And I was like, you know what? I'm hungry. I want Taco Bell. And it was back in the time to where, you know, I was the only one at the house because of the whole thing with Katrina. Because, you know, that was when she was giving birth to Oliver. Because, I woke up one day in early February and Mom told me, like, hey, we're going down to the hospital. And I'm like, oh, okay, is Katrina having the baby? And she was like, probably. And that's when Mom kept me up to date on what happened and, you know, all of that. And she would occasionally come home every once in a while. And, you know, yeah. So, yeah, I went down to Taco Bell a few times illegally. Didn't get pulled over, didn't get caught. So, yeah. That happened. I mean, what was I supposed to do? I was at the house by myself. For like, I don't know, like 5-6 months. No, it all started in February that year. And and they didn't officially fully come home until like late August, early September. It was right around the time when high school football season started that year. So yeah, it was probably around this time in 2019. Which, speaking of which, Harding won their first game today. They're playing Mount Vernon, and they won, apparently. Which is funny is that there are 5 main teams of Marion County. You have the city schools, and then the 4 main county schools. So the 5 main teams, or really schools that you have in the county, are Harding, River Valley, Pleasant, Elgin, and Ridgedale. And if I can recall correctly, 2 of them won their first game, and they are Harding and Ridgedale. So that means River Valley, Pleasant, and Elgin all lost their games. So yeah. Which is funny is that Harding's football team is generally, not that good. But, they sometimes come out with a surprising upset. Sometimes. It's rare, but it does happen. I'd say they average maybe I'd say they probably averaged maybe 6 wins per season. Bro, is anyone gonna turn that shit off? Jesus. That went on long enough. God damn it. Oh yeah, that's right. It's Friday night. So there's going to be a lot of cops patrolling out here. Well, yeah, it's Friday night and Saturday morning. I'm going to assume that it's probably, well, let's see here. We were recording for about 24 and a half minutes. And I started recording probably at like 3 or 4 after. But I clocked out at like 2 after. So I'm gonna guess that we're pretty damn close to about 12:30. And at this rate, I'll probably be back at the house by 1. Okay, am I going to go straight and go down Mark? Or am I going to turn and go down Center? Probably going down Center might be my best option. Because sometimes I hate walking down Mark Street late at night. I mean, if it's up to like I hate walking down Mark Street. Like Mark and Greenwood. Like if I were to walk down the street at this hour of the night, going all the way down from the house to Greenwood, totally cool, totally fine, whatever, I'd do it. But going down the other parts, especially from Main Street, yeah, nah, that ain't gonna happen. So, I'm kind of curious about something. With the Popcorn Festival literally like 2 weeks away, actually probably less than that, or way past that, depending on when you watch it. But at the time it's being recorded, it's 2 weeks away. And State Street is the street that kind of forces people to be like, hey, you can't go past here, you're gonna have to go across the overpass. Well, they're still kind of fixing it and, kind of redoing it. Well, what's gonna happen? Are they trying to rapid fire through it to, get it finished before? I have no idea. So, I guess we'll see what happens. Alright, so alright, I'd say it's probably about 12:30 now. Something like that. But the funny thing is that I totally would order like a pizza or something, but by the time I get back to the house, all of them would be like closed. But I had pizza earlier, and I was a bit confused on why the pizza looks so different and tastes so different. Like, it was like a big puffy, like the slices were big, puffy, and thick. So which is weird because personally, I don't like my slices to be, real, like the dough be real thick. I mean, I do like it, but I won't eat it too often. I mean, if it was like pizza offered, then I'd eat it. But I prefer like medium thickness, if that makes sense. I don't know how else to describe it. And normally the pizza that they serve at work is like real thin, with a lot of like grease and cheese. Because I was expecting that, because I'm like, oh yeah, it's Friday, pizza day at work, yeah. But no, slices were damn near thick. So it kind of makes me think that I'm like, okay, well, if it's not the actual pizza that they normally get, which I have no idea what kind of pizza they normally get. So I was looking at it and, kind of eating it. I'm like, this kind of tastes like DiGiorno. Like a frozen pizza. And so I think I came to the conclusion that it's probably more than likely DiGiorno. So yeah, I'm just gonna accept the fact that it was probably DiGiorno and just leave it at that. Because if I overthink it, it's gonna make my head hurt too much. Okay, that's either a helicopter, a plane, or a drone. Well, it's flying pretty damn low. I don't think it's a helicopter, is it? Could be. Could be MetLife flying towards the hospital. Oh yeah, that's definitely a helicopter. Yep, that's a life flight. They're flying towards the hospital. Now, I've never fully seen a helicopter land at the hospital, and I've never really seen a helicopter take off from the hospital. But that's something I would like to see happen. Oh, God. Okay. So now we're at Greenwood. Got your nose. So yeah, I actually don't know what else I could possibly even talk about, honestly. Well, I wonder if Mom wants to do some driving this weekend. I mean, it would be a good time to do it. I'm off this weekend. But I feel like there's gonna be a lot of assholes out on the road. I don't know. Maybe. But we'll see. Okay, let's see here. So the next holiday that is important for the hospital is Labor Day. Now, since I worked it last year, I get to have it off this year. So that's cool. And apparently I've been asked if I want to cover one of the overnight shifters next Friday and do the 9:30 p to 6 a. Only problem with that is I would have to come back in at 11:30 and work again. And in my mind, I'm like, well, maybe I can try to find someone to cover, and they can cover me while I cover the overnight person for that night. So, yeah. I mean, I would like to. But, again, coverage. And I gotta see if it's okay with the team lead. Because team lead's okay, is in charge of making the schedules. I mean, I already got one of our contingents covering 2 of the days that I definitely want off. I need, but I don't know when will be the next time that the other contingent would have to work. Oh, shit. I didn't even get to look. Oh, God. I have to pee. Well, I'm almost home. So just a couple more streets that connect to Mark. Actually, it's just 2 more. This upcoming one and the only one that's left, which I guess comes off from, well, actually where Mark actually goes into. I'm actually kind of curious how long all of Mark Street is, because I don't think it's a mile. From edge to edge. That's something I'm gonna have to figure out. Because I've actually kind of wondered about it myself for a while. Okay. Alright. So what I'm probably going to do is that I'm probably just going to go inside, set all my shit down, grab some clean clothes, take a shower, and then from there make something to eat, and then just like watch YouTube or something till I pass out or something. You know, I've always wondered if the OK Cafe has good food. I mean, it's technically considered a bar. They're playing Foo Fighters. What song is that? Oh, it's Everlong. Everlong's a good song. Mad respect for Dave Grohl. He's the lead singer for the Foo Fighters. But he was the drummer for Nirvana up until Kurt Cobain committed suicide. And it kind of makes me worried because, for those of you who don't know, my favorite band of all time is Green Day. And they're all in their 50s going on 60. I'm like, shit. I'm like, well, they're getting pretty close of, about to kick the bucket. And if there's one that definitely, there's definitely one of the three that definitely seems to age, seems to be a lot quicker than the other two, and that's Trey. Like, if you look at a recent picture of Trey or anything of him recently, he definitely looks like he's aged a lot. Now, the album that he made his debut in the band was Kerplunk, which came out in 1992. It was still back in the day when they were on the indie label. And it was before their monumental major label debut with Dookie in 94. Which, by the way, Dookie is now 30 years old. And American Idiot is 20 years old. And their demo album, Demolicious, is 10 years old. And this year they released their most newest album, Saviors. Now what I can say, I may eventually do a video on my opinion on every single Green Day album in chronological order of release. I would like to, and kind of give my opinions on each and every single one, you know, in chronological order. But yeah, that's definitely something that I will hopefully go into. God, almost home. Been recording for almost an hour. We're now approaching Barnhart, which is the last street up until Mark. Oh, God. I can smell a nice warm shower and some of my leftover Taco Bell and some YouTube about a mile away. Well, that's not really a mile, but you know. I don't think I've ever had a video like this go on for an hour plus. I think the longest I've ever really gone is really like somewhere between 45 and 50 some minutes. Do we want to break it today? No, I don't want to. It's late. I'm tired. I want to go home. And I just want to do nothing. Nothing too major for the rest of the night. Well, I'm glad you can see, asswad. Alright, because, yeah, the main thing about my vacation is that I went up to my manager, like, literally about maybe half an hour before my lunch, and I brought up a couple things to her because there were two things I wanted to ask her, talk to her about. The first thing was, since I was working the 12 today, do I get a second lunch? And she said, yes, take your normal lunch like normal, take your 45, you know, whatever. And I'm like, okay. And then for a second, you can coordinate it whenever, you know, make sure you coordinate it with everyone else that's, you know, on the clock or whatever. Like, okay, cool, but instead of taking the full 45, take a half hour. And I'm like, okay, that's fine with me. Because as long as I can sit on my ass for a half an hour, then we're good. So she said that was fine, which that was the main question I had for her. And then the other thing was about my vacation time. I'm like, is it going to be approved enough? And she's like, well, there's a bunch of stuff I need to get done, but that's definitely on the list of things to get done. Which I'm like, okay, because I'm getting real antsy about it. And then she hands me a Post-it note with my dates of my vacation. She told me it was during my my lunch too, which was, I always take my lunch right around the time that second shift housekeeping gets there, and you know, for their huddle, that way I can sit down and listen to their huddle. And then when they're done, that's when I get up and go to my area where I like to sit until they get rid of that. I don't know what's gonna happen after that, or where we'll sit, but we'll figure something out, I guess. Oh, let's see here. So yeah, she hands me a sticky note with the 9 days that I need off for my vacation, and the 5 of them were approved. Okay, cool. 2 of them said that I need to either swap weekends, either swap days, or find coverage, which I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll just try to find the coverage. And then the other 2 were where she was trying to find coverage. And apparently of the 4 that I still need covered, 2 of them have been claimed to be covered, which is cool. Okay. So hopefully the other contingent can take the other 2 spots. If they do, great. Then my entire vacation is good and golden, and I'm not going to deal with anything work related between the 4th through the 22nd of September, and all work related matters will not be dealt with by me until Monday the 23rd. So, yay. Oh, God. Alright. So we're practically back here in good old Hucklebuck. The house is just in pissing distance practically. And we are going to go ahead and end this off right here. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye!